everybody. It's me, Miss Becky. Well, it's my shadow. Today we're going to be talking about shadows. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. Let's go looking for some shadows, and then I'm going to tell you why shadows are so important to groundhogs while we celebrate Groundhog Day. What could that shadow be? Let's see. Oh, it's that chair. Do you see that shadow? Let's see what that's a shadow of. Oh, looky there. Do you see that shadow? Let's see what it is. It's the shadow of that plant. Let's go in and I'll tell you why shadows are so important on Groundhog Day. There's Millie's shadow. Well, have a seat. Well, you know, I always like to start with a book. Have you got your book? If you put your hands together like this, it opens and closes like a book. Let's do our song. The more we read together, 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 the more we read together, the happier we'll be. Read big books and small books and short books and tall books. The more we read together, the happier we'll be. Great job! Well, you know, that song always makes me so hungry. And I think today I would like a bowl of potato soup. Wait a minute. It's not potato soup that I eat. What kind of soup is it? It's the one where the noodles are shaped like letters. Grandma Lou, do you know which one it is?
I think I do.
Which one?
Alphabet soup.
Oh, alphabet soup. I get it wrong every single time. Well, let's do our rhyme about it together. Alphabet soup, gee, it tastes well. Alphabet soup, what does it spell? Let's try that again. Alphabet soup, gee, it tastes well. Alphabet soup, what does it spell? Let's see what the letters spell today. What's that first letter? Can you help us, Grandma Lou?
I think it's an S.
S, that's right. Sounds like S. How about this one?
H.
H. Ha, ha. This one?
A.
A. Sounds like ah. This one?
D.
D. Sounds like duh, duh. This one?
O.
Oh, sounds like ah, ah. And
W.
W. Sounds like wah, wah. All right, what does that spell? Do you know, Grandma Lou?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
Shadow.
Shadow. Well, we're talking about shadows today because a very important groundhog named Punxsutawney Phil is going to tell us whether we're going to have a longer winter or a shorter winter, depending on whether he sees his shadow or not. I'm going to tell you all about it. In our first book, we're going to learn a lot about groundhogs and Groundhog Day. This book is written by Gail Gibbons. Groundhog Day is celebrated on February 2nd. Some people believe that on this day of the year, watching groundhogs can help predict when spring will come. When will spring begin? The date of February 2nd is about the middle of the winter. Old stories say that if a groundhog sees its shadow on this date, there will be 6 more weeks of winter. Those stories also say that if a groundhog doesn't see its shadow, spring will come early. Let's see how this tradition got started. When Europeans were coming to North America, some settled in Pennsylvania. They brought with them the tradition of predicting spring by watching animals. Many groundhogs lived in this region. Groundhogs are animals that hibernate. It seemed logical to choose groundhogs to predict when spring would arrive. Early in February, people watched groundhogs to find out whether they did or didn't see their shadows. This custom became a yearly celebration in many places, including the town of Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. That's a big word. Then, in 1886, Clymer Fries wrote in the town newspaper that February 2nd would be called Groundhog Day. In Punxsutawney, the special groundhog is always called Punxsutawney Phil. There have been many Punxsutawney Phils. Every year on February 2nd, thousands of people show up at Gobbler's Knob, just outside of Punxsutawney, to find out if Phil will see his shadow. High up on the stage, Phil is kept in a burrow under a fake tree stump. Town officials are also up on the stage. At exactly 7:25 a.m., Phil is taken out of his burrow and everyone cheers. There he is there. It's a big gathering and celebration. If Phil sees his shadow, winter will be longer. If he doesn't see his shadow, spring will come sooner. The officials make it look as if Phil whispers to one of them whether or not he has seen his shadow. See him there? Sometimes Phil is right, other times he is wrong. Lots of people think Groundhog Day is fun. A groundhog is a furry rodent. It is a mammal that can weigh between 5 and 10 pounds. It usually grows to be about 20 inches long and has a short tail and short legs. Many people think a groundhog is cute when it waddles around. Groundhogs are found in different parts of the United States and Canada. They live alone in burrows that they dig out with their sharp, curved front claws. Some burrows can be as deep as 6 feet and spread out more than 30 feet. Look at some of the different places. It says a toilet chamber, a hibernating chamber where he sleeps, a nesting chamber, a food storage chamber, and a sleeping chamber. That's pretty amazing. When danger is near, groundhogs make a sharp, high-pitched whistle to warn other groundhogs. Can you whistle? I'm not a very good whistler. Let's see. Some of their natural enemies are wolves, foxes, birds, and birds such as hawks. In the summer, groundhogs eat as much as they can to increase their body fat, and in the fall, they go into their burrows to hibernate through the cold winter months. When the young groundhogs are about 2 months old, they are able to leave their mothers to dig their own burrows. A new generation of groundhogs is ready to care for itself. People enjoy Groundhog Day. Sometimes children draw pictures of groundhogs, have snacks, and play games such as shadow tag, or listen to fun story times. That's the end. I want to show you some pictures of groundhogs. Here's a cute groundhog right there. And here's another picture of a groundhog. Groundhogs have large front teeth that keep growing, and in order to stop them from growing, they'll gnaw on things like branches and twigs, and they also like to eat leaves and berries and things, and different flowers too. I want to show you a picture of one of the Groundhog Days in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. There they are at the tree stump, waiting to get Punxsutawney Phil out. And here is the man holding up Punxsutawney Phil. And he's showing him to the crowd. Look how many people are there to see the groundhog, to find out whether he's going to see his shadow or not. It looks like a lot of fun and really exciting. And a lot of times you can see it on TV too. Let's do a few activities about groundhogs. Have you got your 2 groundhogs? I do. Put them behind your back and let's do our song. Where is Groundhog? Where is Groundhog? Here I am, here I am. My oh my, a cloudy day. I will stay outside and play. Run away, run away. Let's try that one more time. Where is Groundhog? Where is Groundhog? Here I am, here I am. My oh my, a cloudy day. I will stay outside and play. Run away, run away. Great job. I love this next book about shadows. It's called The Black Rabbit. Rabbit woke up one morning and stepped out of his burrow into the bright sunlight. It was a beautiful day. But something was wrong. He was not alone. Oh, look. Rabbit was so scared. Go away, Black Rabbit, he cried. But the Black Rabbit did not move. Oh. Rabbit ran, but the Black Rabbit was right behind him. Rabbit ran even faster. The black rabbit won't find me here, thought Rabbit, and he hid behind a tree. But when Rabbit stepped out from behind the tree, there was the big black rabbit in front of him. Maybe he is not a good swimmer like me, thought Rabbit, and he jumped into the river and swam to the other side. But as he pulled himself up onto the bank, what do you think? The black rabbit climbed up out of the water too. What do you want? Cried the rabbit, trembling. Why are you following me? But the black rabbit did not reply. Rabbit began to run again, faster than he had ever done before, straight into the deep, dark wood. The forest was dark and quiet. The rabbit was nowhere to be seen. Phew. With a sigh of relief, Rabbit sat down and nibbled a carrot until he noticed two eyes shining brightly in the dark. Oh no, thought Rabbit, the black rabbit has found me. But it was not the black rabbit. Oh no, that looks scary too. Rabbit ran as fast as he could out of the deep, dark forest with Wolf close behind him. There he goes, but he tripped. Rabbit scrambled to his feet, but it was too late. He shut his eyes tight and waited for Wolf to attack. But nothing happened. Look at Wolf there. What's he looking at? Because there, standing in the sunlight behind Rabbit, was the black rabbit. Rabbit smiled, and somehow he knew that the black rabbit was smiling back. Hand in hand, they bounced off across the field. That wolf was scared of the black rabbit. I'll bet you know what that black rabbit was. What do you think? Grandma, what do you think the black rabbit was?
I think it was the shadow.
I think so too. If you go outside on a sunny day, you can see your shadow too. Let's pretend to be shadows. Stand up with me. And it goes like this. Shadow, shadow, turn around. Shadow, shadow, touch the ground. Shadow, shadow, tie your shoe. Shadow, shadow, I love you. Shadow, shadow, turn out the light. And shadow, shadow, say good night. Great job. I want to share a story with you about Digger the groundhog. You see, Digger was very tired, and he wanted to go back to bed. And if he saw his shadow, he knew he could go back to bed for 6 more weeks. So he went looking and looking for his shadow. Now, he was so excited because as he was walking, he found his shadow. Wait a minute. Is that Digger's shadow? No, that's Mickey Mouse. Oh my goodness. Well, I think Digger is going to have to keep looking. So Digger kept walking and walking through the woods, even though he was very tired, and he came upon the next shadow. There it is, he said. There's my shadow. Oh my goodness, that's not his shadow. Grandma Lou, what is that?
I think it's a hammer.
That's a hammer. Oh no, he better keep walking. So Digger went along, and then he came up on his next shadow. There it is, he said. There's my shadow. I can go back to bed. Wait a minute.
No.
What is that, Grandma Lou?
It's a horse.
It's a horse. That is no groundhog. Digger, I'm afraid you're going to have to keep going. So off he went and off he went. And he got so excited because he saw another shadow.
No.
Oh, what's that one, Grandma Lou?
It's a car.
A car. A car doesn't look anything like a groundhog. It looks like you might not be able to go back to bed. Let's see what's next. So he walked along and found another shadow.
No.
What did he find?
I don't know what that is.
That one is a whale. He found a whale. No. Where are you walking to there? Digger? Oh my goodness. Well, Digger was about ready to give up. And he went along and thought, I'm gonna try just 1 or 2 more times and let's see what happens. So he found another shadow. Let's see what he found this time.
No.
What is that?
I think it's a lion.
You know what that is? It's a baby crawling.
Oh, a baby crawling.
Who would have thought? Digger, I'm sorry. Okay, Digger. Oh, he's getting more and more tired. So he's going to try another time. And let's see what he sees this time. Oh, he found a grape.
Oh, that's not Digger.
What's that? Mom, Grandma Lou.
It's an airplane.
An airplane. All right, Digger. I think you are meant to get up and get going. Oh, but you want to try one more time? All right, one last time. Let's see if we can find your shadow. So Digger walked along and he walked along and look what he saw.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Could it be?
It is.
Let's check. Let's make sure. There's Digger and there's his shadow.
Uh-huh.
It's a perfect fit. Do you know what Digger did? He said, I'm going to bed. And he took his shadow and he went back to bed. I hope you enjoyed that story. Now I've got a craft that you can make. We have some supplies of these in the library, or you can just use some simple supplies at home. I just found a little template with a groundhog on it, and I cut a paper plate in half, and I just bent the groundhog a little bit at the bottom and glued him on, and here he is coming out of a little hole. Happy Groundhog Day. Go see if you can see your shadow.